What's up, guys? It's me again. The me you don't know, but that shouldn't matter for you to enjoy good stories. So let's get on with the show now, shall we? So, last we left off, our boy Deku was in the hospital, right? He's in a bit of a coma. As I said, he was in there. He'd be in there for about 2 weeks, and May is also in there, and she'll wake up a week before Deku would. But right now, we're not focusing on those two right now. We're going to see how June reacted to all of this. What happened to June? Because she got a phone call from Deku's partner. Um, I didn't give her a name, did I? Shoot. Well, so Deku's partner had called June because June is like the the captain or whatever of the police headquarters. Like she's the one that runs the joint, and so Deku's partner decided it was best to call June and tell her that her partner was possibly dead, and she would have explained what happened and what Deku has been working on, and June just like hoped that he got teleported somewhere, but she's she's a bit of a realist, knowing like something like that hasn't been tested is unlikely to work, so he's probably dead. So instead of going to the USJ right away, she took a breather. So like she was alone for a while. She was like pulled over on the side of the road somewhere in her cruiser and just took deep and heavy breaths, trying not to shed any tears. So yeah, she got to the USJ pretty late. It was well after everything had happened, and but yeah, she wasn't answering any calls either. So she ain't get the news that Deck was all right until way like midnight, somewhere around there. That sounds about right. But she was glad to see that he was all right and whatnot. She didn't take part in any of the catching villains or anything. She didn't show up to the USJ at all. So like yeah, she just thought her people could handle it. Oops. So so when June got to that hospital, right, and and she saw how May and Deku were in a coma basically, and how May was in handcuffs for some reason, and of course June had to ask them why she was in handcuffs, and they told her it was because she did a lot of harm to a lot of people that were there, and most of them received fatal wounds and stuff, and will most likely die. And let's yada yada our way to when May wakes up, and they start questioning her about her quirk and how she lied about what her quirk was. saying that it was explosions when it's actually what was it, elemental control? Shit. And yada yada. Okay, and May tells them that her she wasn't in control of what she was doing. Like she blacked out in rage because she thought her brother died and whatnot. So they let her go pretty much. She's not a criminal, but she did get a stern warning. Like if it ever goes out of control again, and if she kills someone again, it's over for her, basically. Basically, so she's on like watch list, basically. But so that's when they got the 2 weeks off because of that, right? Yeah. So after them 2 weeks off, now I'm gonna have Deku sleep for another week. Deku sleep for 3 weeks. May sleep for one. All right. So May not going to school for that 1 week. They were back, and after that week would be the sports festival, right? And May is totally not planning on participating because of what happened, all the trouble she caused and crap. And she definitely don't want to go with her having to worry about her dear old brother, you know. So, oh, and by the way, May and June and Ray, of course, have been visiting Deku like every day. Like they appear at different times of the day, so they don't really see each other, but they visit Deku like every day. You know, Ray sometimes just come around in the middle of the day, and actually, I must say that May was just like staying at the hospital with Deku. So she'd see Ray and um what's her name, June, but she'd probably be asleep by the time June appears, because June just appears at around midnight. Just to check up on both of them, I guess. Um, you guys don't want to hear all this boring stuff, do you? So let's skip to the day of the sports festival, and the day Deku wakes up. Yeah, so Deku wakes up. It's like around 7 in the morning ish. You know, that sounds about right. Crack of dawn, pretty much. So Deku wakes up, right, and he sees that May is just sitting in a chair, knocked out, and when he wakes up, there was some like sensor or something that alerted the nurses. So as soon as he tried to get up, like alarms went off the rails, and nurses appeared. Yeah, makes sense, right? So that in turn woke up May, and she was all happy to see her brothers all right and okay, and nothing's really wrong with him except that stuff he injected himself with. But more on that some other time. For now, just think of something like Venom, but Yeah, you know, I'm going to forget to explain that, but it's not too important, is it? Well, anyways, just know that Deku will be stronger because of it. So eventually, like, the, God, let's try this, okay? So these doctors and nurses and whatever, they're questioning Deku, yeah, ab- about stuff like what he did and how'd he get there, and stuff like that. They're just really curious on how he just came out of nowhere, pretty much, just popped up out of thin air, and Deku kind of is like, yeah, it was kind of a risk, but I've been experimenting on stuff, and I found a quicker way to get myself to where I needed to go. And and by the way, though, no, no, I'll explain later. Uh, um, there's not just the doctors in there. There's a few cops there too. So they got to question Deku as well as they are also worried because again, Deku befriended like the whole like headquarters, pretty much. Like so, just saying. But anyways, I can't really do conversations, and I suck. So I'll just explain what happened. So May and Deku was talking, right? And Deku pretty much like convinced May to go participate in the sports festival because he'd want to see his sister win, and he totally let her know that he'd be proud of her if she came out on top and get a better handle on her quirk. And he also said that he'll help her if she needed any help. So with that covered, May decide to rush home and get changed and head off to UA, head off to school to see if she could to see if she's not too late or anything. So well, I'll get to the USJ in the next part, but right now I'm going to explain a bit of the villain's perspective. And I don't. I'm so sorry about that. Where was I? Oh yeah, I was just saying that I was going to explain the villain's perspective on Deku and what happened at the USJ, and I don't mean just the League of Villains, though those they are like the main big bad guys for the heroes in UA. Deku, he's gonna have his own set of enemies to deal with for being a cop, you know. And so, but the League of Villains definitely did like spread something because they were around asking questions about any other like teleporting people, as they're not really much of much heroes with the teleportation ability. So they're thinking it was a villain that helped Deku out with his sudden transportation to the USJ. As though they were quick to get rid of him, they took notice of how he got there, and they're just out questioning who could have helped him. And so that caught the attention of some other groups, and so basically the cops are going to have a lot more trouble because these villains want information, and they don't know it's a piece of tech that Deku has designed yet. And if they could get their hands on that, that'd be something. You know, everyone likes teleportation. You know, and so yeah, things will get hectic soon. I keep saying that, and I'm only at the sports festival. So, yeah, I think now's a good time to end it off. Sorry, but hey, what quick? Oh, quick announcement. I will be starting two new what ifs soon, in like a week or so. So sorry, but I'm gonna have to put this one on hold and the other one to make room for the other two. So yeah, look forward to that, I suppose. But like if you like, subscribe if you wanna, and comment down below if you enjoyed or not. I also need a name for that chick and some other characters, and quirk suggestions would always be nice. Just saying. I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.